Empires SMP is arguably one of the biggest Minecraft SMPs of all time, with some videos amassing over 7 million views that even goes to some side channels, me, to go even deeper into the lore and the theories about the server and everything going on, to the point where it makes them go insane. Again, me. Something so unique and so different about this Minecraft SMP series than there is about really any other SMP series. Sure, you know, Hermitcraft does have its merits with the cool builds and the prank wars and the redstone contraptions, and there is something to be said about the highly intertwined roleplay on the Dream SMP series. But Empires, it just hits different, you know? I know you know. But what is it? What is it about this Minecraft SMP that really takes the crown when it comes to Minecraft SMP series? We know that Empires SMP is almost entirely a vanilla Minecraft game. Like, there aren't many mods or changes really to the original vanilla Minecraft. However, there are a few custom textures for mobs and things like that just add to the storytelling and the world building, such as Joey's catfolk villages and humanoid foxes from Lizzie's Animalia. But they don't really change the way that the actual game functions in any way. They're there to just add a little bit of flair. And the gimmicks of Empires isn't really revolutionary either. It's a really simple concept. The players get their own land, they settle down in their own biomes, they lay claim to their exports and materials to trade with the rest of the server, with a moderate amount of roleplay and lore just thrown in there. Well, you know, a little bit of pizzazz. Here's the thing though, building up kingdoms like this isn't new. It's been done before in like Dream SMP and Kingdomcraft, and political factions going to war with each other are a dime a dozen on Minecraft. I mean, even Hermitcraft had its own civil war in season 6, for crying out loud. So I don't think it's the series gimmick that makes people come back for more when it comes to Empires. It's so much more than that. Empires SMP has one thing that really sets it apart from other SMPs: players. If you haven't gathered it already, Empires is less like a big server and more like one close-knit family. Of course, there are Joel and Lizzie that are married, you know, so they are a family. But that's actually not where the bonding ends. Then there's Ollie, that's known Joel and Lizzie for like over a decade before he was famous on YouTube. And Joel and Jimmy are like constantly at each other. It's almost like they're siblings, like a sibling rivalry. But at the end of the day, Jimmy and Joel really do love each other, even if they are too shy to admit it. Then think about Fwib's recent wedding back in September 2022. About half the server showed up in real life. Gemini Tay, Solidarity, Scott, Sausage, Joel, Lizzie, coming from all over the world to support their beloved server's admin, Big Day. And then directly after Fwib's wedding, Jimmy, Joel, Scott, and Lizzie all went to California, and they all went to Disneyland together. Oh yeah, and Stacy Plays was there too. Point is, these players share so much more than just a series together, than a server together. They share dreams and life experiences, and they really are true friends. And their bonds make for great chemistry that really just can't be replicated anywhere else. And the fans eat that up. The pranks, the inside jokes, the wholesome moments, and the times when the players break character and die from laughing. All of that is really possible because the Emperors are friends first and co-workers second. Empires SMP isn't really a server that you get into because of all of your skills, like, you know, tons of talent with building or redstone, or even a knack for telling amazing stories. No, the best way to get into Empires is by being really, really good friends with the server members already. Another aspect that makes Empires such a good series is the creativity and imagination that comes from each player in the series. Things could be kind of a bit boring if they just settled down in their biome and built. It would be like any old Minecraft series. The Emperors are like fully committed to like delivering amazing content that is really truly crafted and planned. They love numerous styles and genres and tones, and they deliver quality content. See, it sometimes merges really well with each other and sometimes clashes, but it's still highly entertaining. On one side of the server, you have the role players like Catherine, Scott, Shovel, Gemini Tay, Sausage, and Joey, who tell stories of pirate, princess, witch, love triangles, hopping across different planes of reality, and millennia-long feuds between elven brothers who have been blessed by the powers of the gods. But then, on the other side, you have Emperors like Pixel Riffs and Joel, who are just a little smidgen less concerned about the roleplay, instead investing much of their time into building seismic and beautiful builds. But let's be honest, Empire Season 2 isn't as much of a roleplay server as it was back during Season 1, since the Emperors did discover that there is such a thing as too much lore because of how Season 1 went down. All of the Zoneth stuff was all in good fun for players like Scott, Jem, Catherine, and Pearl, Sausage, and Joey who were involved with the story at the time. But the other players were not as interested in the lore itself, and the lore would affect the entire server. They had to constantly make accommodations because of the overarching story of Empires. For example, when Zonoth gained his full power after the Ender Dragon was killed in the middle of Season 1, his large red tentacles were spread all over the server, and it surrounded everyone's builds. And that included the players that were not highly involved in the story as well. A lot of the players were honestly relieved to find out that Zonoth wasn't coming back during the Rivendell feast, because they no longer had to deal with the lore that they weren't too engaged in. Empire Season 2 seems much more chillaxed when it comes to the lore. The Emperors themselves can choose how involved they really want to be within the lore, instead of it being more of a server requirement. For one, Flip has confirmed that Zonoth will not be coming back in Season 2. For two, think about the players like Lizzie and Scott that developed such an intricate backstory, who now, come Season 2, have taken on roles that have much less lore and much less complicated backstories. Lizzie's backstory of Season 1 was a lot of how she didn't realize that she was an ancient ruler of the sea, born of an ancient underwater being that pleaded to the gods for children. And for this season, what is Lizzie's lore? That she is secretly a cat in human disguise. Simply put, Empire Season 2 is much less restricted when it comes to the creativity, because it no longer fosters just one style of Minecraft gameplay, which allows the players to make the game and the series into whatever they want it to be. If they continue doing the lore, then great. Mythical Sausage, without a doubt, will continue to bring a bunch of lore into his series, with constant callbacks to Season 1 and even other empires. But lore is no longer the main focus when it comes to Empires, just one of the great things that the series has to offer. And some players who aren't as much into the roleplay have still found their place on the series and found a way to help other people during their lore, such as Pixel Riffs, who does not consider himself an actor at all. He's dedicated to building structures that help other players with their storytelling and their lore, such as when he's built Joey's Skeletron Hideaway adventure, or Sausage's Saint Pearl Goddess statue. Pixel Riffs actually left the server early in the season to focus on his own single-player series, Minecraft Survival Guide, back during November of 2021, stating while he never lost the love for Empires, he and the server were just naturally drifting apart. But now he's back for Season 2, and he absolutely loves the creative freedom he's getting for this season. Audiences love Empire Season 2 because it's like a massive Minecraft buffet of all different players and characters with different skill sets, and just having their own kinds of fun. But now I want to flip the script. The Empires isn't just popular because of the players, it's also popular because of people like us, because of the fans such as you and me, who have continued to pour so much love into the Emperors and into Empires, and telling them how much we really love the series and everything we love about it. Not just through our liking, commenting, and subscribing, but also through things like fan art shared to Emperors on Twitter, the entire Empires SMP subreddit, theories and fan discussions, awesome fan channels such as the Empires SMP recap channel, who are constantly driven to keeping players up to date with everything Empires, and even awesome fan-produced music by legend musicians like Grib. Not just this, but just any sort of fan engagement. It reminds the Emperors the love that we have for this series and everything that they are doing. As long as we keep reminding them that we love the series, I'm sure that the Empire seasons will continue to flourish in popularity, as it has done over the long seasons of complete madness.